4 out of 7 ain't bad. Right, clusterfuck, you uncultured bunch of fucking wankers. I love you guys. Okay, so Midsummer Night's Wet Dream, Ollie? Midsummer Night's Wet Dream? Okay, so Midsummer Night's Dream, 5 minutes. Ready, go. Act 1, Scene 1. Right, there's this guy called Theseus who's like the boss of Athens and he's getting married to Hippolyta, who's like a badass Amazon princess. Theseus wants a big party for his wedding and he gets his #1 guy, Philostratus, to set up a gig. Well, this is happening. This pure arsehole Aegeus turns up and is like, "Ho, Theseus, I've got this daughter called Hermia and she's meant to marry Demetrius, but she's been a pure brat. Says she doesn't love him and she's into some wee wanker called Lysander. I'm pretty sure the law of Athens says she marries who I say she marries. Do you want to have a word?" Turns out this is the actual law, so Theseus is like, marry him, be a nun, or get executed. Them's the rules. Demetrius is there and he's been a pure prick about it and squeezing all over Hermia. Hermia's like, fuck this shit, goes on the run with a fancy man Lysander who's all sensitive and poetic and shit. Hermia's best pal's this lassie called Helena, who's got a raging lady boner for Demetrius, even though he's a pure prick. She rats out Hermia to Demetrius to try and get into his pants and they set off to chase Hermia and Lysander down. Act 1, Scene 2. There's this mad crew of performers who somehow get the gig at Theseus' wedding despite being shite. Let's call them 2 Shit Crew. Quince is the guy that does all the work and tries to get everyone to take it pure serious, but there's this guy called Nick Bottom who's actually got some skills, but he's a pure fucking asshat about it, and basically tries to make himself the face of the crew. He's not as good as he thinks he is. Act 2, Scene 1. Outside Athens, there's a magic forest. Go with me on this. The forest is ruled by the king and queen of fairies, Oberon and Titania. Oberon's #1 guy, Puck's grabbing a drink with Titania's #1 gal, and they're talking about this maids are domestic. Oberon and Titania are having. Turns out Titania picked up a wee servant boy in India. She's using him like a wee butler, but Oberon reckons he should get first dibs, which is pretty fucked up. Titania tells Oberon to get it up him. Oberon's plenty pissed at this and tells his man Puck to put a magic potion on Titania's eyes when she's sleeping, so when she wakes up, she'll be pure dripping for the first thing she sees. Oberon literally says, be it lion, bear or wolf. More fucked up shit from fairylands. So anyway, while Oberon's chilling waiting on Puck to set up his wife in a fucking bestiality date rape, he sees Helena and Demetrius who are in the forest looking for Hermia and Lysander. Helena's pure throwing herself at Demetrius and as usual he's been an almighty prick about it. Oberon decides Demetrius is going to get some love potion too because he feels pure sorry for Helena, throwing herself at this prick and getting nothing back. Act 2, Scene 3. First things first, Oberon drops some magic potion into Titania's eyes when she's sleeping. Meanwhile, turns out Hermia and Lysander are lost in the forest and decide to take a nap. Lysander's all hot and horny for a bit of outdoor action, but Hermia's not into it, so they actually do go for a nap. Lysander's all pouty and shit, so he turns away from her. Puck finds them, and because they're all like 2 feet of space and back-to-back sleeping, he thinks it must be that mad stalker Helena and that prick Demetrius, so he puts potion in Lysander's eyes thinking it's Demetrius. Just then, the real Demetrius comes crashing through the forest trying to get away from Helena, who chased him down like a fucking psycho. Then Eyes wakes up Lysander, who sees Helena, falls mad in love and starts chasing her while she's chasing Demetrius. Hermia wakes up alone. Act 3, Scene 1. 2 Shit Crew, remember them, decide they're going to practice a set in the forest. Bottom's being a pure overbearing twat as usual. Puck sees this and thinks it'd be a right laugh to turn Bottom's head into a donkey head. Everyone sees the donkey head except Bottom. His name is Bottom, he's a pure ass. Puck gives him a donkey head, get it? 2 Shit Crew shit themselves when they see Bottom has an actual ass head and leg it. Bottom thinks it's a wind-up, so pure belts out of tune to show he's not scared. Obviously. The racket he's making wakes up Titania, and because of the love potion on her eyes, she goes all head over heels for ass face, gives her a bunch of fairy servants to look after his needs. Bottom's such a fucking asshat, he thinks this is totally natural because he's a fucking superstar, so why shouldn't he get a fairy 5-way? Act 3, Scene 2. Puck tells Oberon Titania's in love with an ass, and Oberon loves it. Demetrius and Hermia turn up arguing. Hermia wants to know where Lysander is. Demetrius says he doesn't know and doesn't fucking care. Hermia gives him an earful, flips him off and fucks off into the forest without him. Demetrius can't handle this stress, so he rolls himself a wee smoke and decides he's going to take a nap right now. Oberon sees all this and figures Puck fucked up. He sends Puck to find Helena while he puts more love juice on Demetrius' eyes. Helena turns up being followed by Lysander, who's still creeping on Helena thanks to the love juice. This wakes up Demetrius, who sees Helena, and now he falls mad in love with her. Now both guys are into Helena, but she thinks it's a wind-up, gives both barrels to both of these lovesick creeps. Then Hermia rocks up and is like, "What the fuck are you on, Lysander?" But Helena's not buying it and reckons Hermia's in on this wind-up somehow. Everyone's pure rage, and it gets to the point Lysander and Demetrius decide to duke it out. Oberon sends Puck to sort this shit out, and Puck uses magic and that to confuse them both by copying their voices and lead them in different directions. When he gets a chance, he takes a love juice off Lysander's eyes, so he's in love with Hermia again. Act 4, Scene 1. Titania's having a snooze with Bottom in another bit of the forest, but Oberon and Puck find them. Oberon tells Puck to release Titania for the love juice spell and Bottom from his ass head. Apparently this is because Titania has said she's going to give him the wee Indian boy that he wants. Not sure when this actually happened, but it's still a fucked up situation. Titania thinks her night with Bottom has been a dream, and she literally says, "Methought I was enamoured of an ass." Pure fucking poetry. Next morning, Theseus, Hippolyta and all their pals are hunting the forest before the wedding. They find Hermia, Lysander, Helena and Demetrius. Demetrius is still in love with Helena, who's into it now. Hermia and Lysander are all patched up in lovey-dovey again. Since the couple seem to have sorted the shit out, Theseus lets Hermia off the hook regarding the whole marry Demetrius or be a nun or get killed thing, and invites the four of them to come get married at the same time as him. Hermia's dad the gaze is pure raging, but there's nothing he can do about it. Act 4, Scene 2. Two ship crew appear buzzing for the gig and reckon they'll rock the house. Act 5, Scene 1. Two ship crew take to the stage and give it mad passion. Problem is, they're so shit the crowd thinks it's a comedy and they piss their pants laughing at two ship crew. Pure gutting. All the lovers get married and go to bed happy, the fairies bless the marriage and everyone lives happily ever after. Except two ship crew, they were fucking devastated. The end.